Hey, how's it going, folks? So I ran into a little bit of an issue where I needed a fastener that nobody had, or I figured I could just make myself. So what we have going on is we bought a canopy for my tractor. There it is. And this canopy, I was told, would fit the rollover protection, or otherwise known as ROPS, on the New Holland T4020. However, it doesn't. So the rectangular tube on the T4020 is 3.5 inches wide by 2 inches. These U-bolts only go up to 3 inches inside dimensions, so that's not going to work. So, of course, the bracketry that goes along with it, I know that this is dark. Okay, there you go. I believe I can get these two upper holes to work. Now these ones down below, I don't think I will be able to. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is maybe just drill new holes, maybe one right here and one right here. We'll see what happens. I'd like to have them a little bit further down, but once you get down there, you don't have a whole lot of meat. And the other thing that I might be able to do is use this hole and just drill a hole right here. So once I get the canopy mocked up, then I'll know what to do. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So I needed either a U-bolt or something different that I'm not even sure if this is actually called a U-bolt, that is square, not radiused like your typical U-bolt that you would use for like exhaust systems or fencing material. So it needs to be able to put even pressure on this, and a regular U-bolt just won't do that. So I could not find one anywhere locally or online that was just the right dimensions, the length that I need. So what I'm gonna do is I went and I bought some all thread, or ready rod, however you might know it as. Now this stuff is grade 2. Most of what you're going to find at your local hardware store is going to be grade 2. I would have liked to have had grade 5, but this is half 13 threads. It's a fairly decent sized thread, and actually this is grade 2 as well. So what the actual package came with is grade 2. I would have really liked to have seen that be grade 5, but it is what it is. So I found myself in quite a few instances in the past where I needed a bolt that had more thread than what your standard bolt has to offer. So let's just say that this is a 3 3/4 inch of usable thread. Normally you would have a shank on it that isn't threaded, and you would have about 1 1/4 inches of threads. So like a leveling bolt for a machine, or something for an adjustment. If you have an adjustment for like a chain tensioner, you're going to need something that is threaded all the way. But if you can't happen to find the correct length at your local hardware store, this is what I do. Pretty simple. Obviously you're going to need a welder. So yeah, just cut it to length, account for your the width of your nut, and then go ahead and buzz this up. I'm going to go ahead and buzz this one up, and then we'll kind of show you guys what the final outcome is. But what we're going to do, instead of having a U-bolt, we're going to make 2 of these, and then we're going to run a piece of flat bar. I have a piece of 1/4 inch by 1.5 that we're going to drill our holes through, and that is going to act as our intended U-bolt setup. So I'm gonna get you guys on a tripod. We're gonna buzz this up and see how she looks. Okay guys, so it's okay to rip on me for my welding hood. Some people have. I would really like to get a new one. I've had this one for quite some time. It is a Lincoln Electric welding hood, and it was about $100. The screen, for lack of better words, isn't very large, but it is decent. It does work good, and yeah, she chooses right along. So I would like to get one with a bigger viewing panel, or whatever you want to call it, but right now I don't have the $200 to $300 required to get the one that I want. So this will have to do. Let's get going. always make sure that your gas is on. Always. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. You start welding and you just basically ruin your workpiece. You have to grind it down, start all over. Anyhow, get your safety squints. I have the ground directly grounded to the workpiece. I try my best to always get my ground as close to my workpiece as possible. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up, let's weld. Okay, now for all you folks that like to push, I went ahead and did it for you. So there's one bolt down. It isn't beautiful, but she's welded on there fast. You won't have a problem. For what I'm doing, I'm not going to be putting 250 foot-pounds on this. 250 foot-pounds would probably just strip these threads right out. For its intended purpose, this will be fine. Just to clean it up a little bit, I will get the flapper wheel out and just kind of round it off a little bit so it doesn't look quite so hideous. This is my first one, so the next ones will be they'll get better as we go. So anyway, that's just about it for making a bolt. It's real simple. Most of you guys already probably know this or have done this, but I figured I'd post this just for the heck of it, and for my regular viewers, kind of let you know what's going on. I'm excited I got the canopy for the tractor. It's too bad that the bracketry didn't work out, but such is life. It's not a big deal. We rednecks can overcome and adapt. Okay guys, so here's how they all turned out. I decided not to take the flapper wheel to them and polish them off because I guess I just don't really care. So I'm just gonna leave them just the way they are. I've got my my brackets made, so we're just about ready to do this. I got a 2x4 there on the tractor at the height that I'm gonna need it to mock up the canopy at the correct angle that I want. I'm doing about maybe a 1 degree tilt forward. That's just so that when I'm going down the road, the wind won't want to pull up on it. But yeah, anyway guys, just wanted to show you the finished product. I know that there might be better ways to approach this. I know that I could have just had just about any shop make me the correct size squared off U-bolt, but this is what I decided to run with, and it's going to work just fine. So if you're ever in need of a specialty bolt, don't be afraid to make one yourself. Okay guys, well, I got the canopy on. It is installed properly. Everything is tightened down. I wanted to give you a close-up on the final product in case you wanted to see it. So there is the bolts. I went ahead and shot some clear spray, clear coat enamel on those bolts so that they wouldn't rust. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I guess the one thing that I would do in the future is, the lighting is not good here. I'm sorry folks. These 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 plate or flat bar that I used, I would go with 3/8 next time. And also, if you can see here, I rounded off all the edges on these pieces of flat bar. You deburred my cut edges, rounded them off. You always want to do that. You never know when you're going to be screwing around, messing around, doing something back here. You're going to hit your head on the corner of one of these, and it's going to just open you right up. So always deburr your cut edges, and if you can, round these off. I just did this with the flapper wheel. I put them in the vise and rounded them off good. So has a good look to it, and I don't have to worry about cutting myself open. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope all is well for you. Take good care, and we'll catch you on the next video.